I'm Bob from plasticpipeshop.co.uk. In this video we're going to look at some of the tools you can use to chamfer your pipe before you glue it. Now it's important to get a chamfer on the end of your pipe, not because, as most people think, it's so that the pipe can go into the socket easy. It's so that when the pipe goes into the socket, the sharp edge on the pipe doesn't act as a knife blade and push all the glue in front of it. If that happens, you end up with no glue actually getting in the joint between the socket and the pipe itself. So when we chamfer the pipe at an angle and push it into our socket with our glue on the pipe and in the socket, the chamfering on the end assists the glue in being directed up into the actual joint itself, and gives us a much better seal, a much more guaranteed seal on our joint, which is what we're after. So when we're chamfering the end of our pipe, we need to get it to an angle of somewhere around 22 to 45 degrees. Any less than 22 degrees and we start to get that knife effect of pushing the glue in front of it, and any more than sort of 45-50 degrees and we get the same happening as well. There are lots of tools we can use for this. A lot of websites I've seen tell you to use surf forms like this one. Now, to be perfectly honest, on PVC pipe and ABS pipe, these things are a complete waste of time. They're far too coarse, they'll rip your pipe, and they'll chip your pipe, and you won't get a decent chamfered finish on your pipe. They're only really suitable for polyethylene pipes and softer plastics like that, especially larger diameter ones. One of the most common ways of chamfering your pipe is to use a metal file. We don't want to use a wood file. A wood file, again, is too coarse, and like the surf form, it'll chip away at the pipe and we'll end up with a very rough edge with lumps missing off it. And if we get lumps missing, that again will cause tiny areas which will then be sharp areas and they'll push the glue out of the joint. So we want to use a fine metal file like this. Another tool we can use is a scraper. Again, with a scraper we can run it around the edge of our pipe, again holding it at an angle. The disadvantage of scrapers is that they do get blunt. I've got an old metal file which I've used for probably about 15 years for chamfering my plastic pipe. That's all I've used it for, and it's still good to go. It's still as good as it was the first day. Blades on scrapers tend to get rusty after a while, tend to get blunt after a while, and need replacing, so it's worth having some spares in your toolbox. Another really useful tool we can have, especially for larger pipe diameters, like 6 inches or 160 millimeters and above, is a grinder fitted with a zirconium flexible disc on it. The zirconium flexible disc is much better than the standard brown sanding discs which you get, which can leave particles on your pipe and also which wear down very, very quickly. The discs last ages. This one on my grinder here is about 5 years. And it's still good to go. All the tools which we've talked about in this video are available on our website in the accessories section of www.plasticpipeshop.co.uk. Thanks for watching. Bye.